Namaste. Hope you all are doing good. Thank you for joining me in this session. Today we'll be talking about the different breathing techniques that are present in Yoga Shastra. And before we begin or proceed in this session, let's start the session with the opening prayer. So gently sit in a comfortable position. This is Sukhasana. Yes. Now close your palms, fold your hands. Now close your eyes. And I hope that you'll be joining along with me. You'll be practicing and following me. So we'll start the session with the opening prayer. Yes. Close your eyes. Inhale. Sahana bhavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Sah Veeram Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now gently rub your palms. Make a cup shape of your palms and place it on your. Once again, thank you for joining me in this session. So as I mentioned earlier, that we'll be talking about different type of breathing techniques, right? So there are a lot of breathing techniques which are present in Yoga Shastra, and the branch which talk about breathing techniques in yoga is called as pranayama. So basically we'll be learning about pranayama. So let's first understand what pranayama is. So pranayama is the control of breath. Prana is the life or energy force, and it's also called as the breath. So prana is made up from two words, that is prana and ayama. So prana is breath as I mentioned earlier, and ayama means the control or the extent of breath. So through these pranayama methods or these breathing techniques, we'll be regulating energy forces in our body, that is the breath, and regulating it throughout our body. Yes. So let's begin. But before jumping into the methods, first I want you to understand what are the benefits of pranayama and how different teaching methods, how the different breathing methods help in different ways, right? So yes, if we are practicing pranayama or breathing techniques regularly, it helps in improving our overall health. It helps in improving our respiratory system. It helps in improving our cardiovascular system. It helps in clearing our nasal passage. And as of now, in this COVID time, we all are mostly we are scared of we are more worried about our immunity, and we are scared that okay, the virus will going to catch us, or there will be a lot of problems which can appear, right? So with regular breathing techniques, we can actually improve our immunity system, and also we will be free from a very stressful life. And there are also a lot of benefits which breathing technique offers. But I think we'll take a lot of time if I go into that and start explaining it. So we will just jump into the practice, and then eventually, as we go down the line, I'll be explaining you the benefits and how each method is practiced. Right. So first of all, I would like to say that before practicing, make sure that you practice at empty stomach. Even if you had your lunch or dinner or breakfast, make sure there is a time gap of 3 hours. Right? Don't practice immediately after you have your food. So there should be a time gap. Right? So yes. Now we have to sit in a comfortable position. This is Sukhasana basically, and either you can sit in Vajrasana. This is Padmasana. So here you have to fold your legs on your lap above one each other, and then you can sit in Vajrasana as well. That is folding your legs above your hip and sitting. So make sure, because we are going to practice for next 30 minutes. So you sit in a comfortable position and in a position in which you are more convenient. So we'll practice in Sukhasana. Also make sure that before we start, you have a mat. You don't practice on floor. You don't directly sit on floor. There is something in which you are sitting. So I would request you to have a mat or any blanket if that's possible. Right? So yeah, we'll start with Kapalbhati. So to practice Kapalbhati, we need to adapt Chin Mudra. So this is basically Chin Mudra, where our index finger and thumb are joined together and we are placing it on our knee. Right? So this is Chin Mudra. So first, before going ahead with Kapalbhati, I would like to explain, okay, what are the benefits, what exactly Kapalbhati is, and what are the benefits of Kapalbhati. So Kapalbhati means cleansing of our mind or head. Kapal means skull and Bhati means cleansing. So it helps in shining or cleansing of our mind and skull, right? So basically, it helps in cleaning, or it helps in cleaning our mind and body. It helps in giving, it provides oxygenated rich blood to all our different organs in the body. It makes our abdominal muscles strong. At the same time, it helps in relieving stress, anxiety, and it calms down our mind. So people, I would request people who have high blood pressure, hypertension, who have epilepsy, please strictly avoid it under the guidance of proper teacher. And women who are in their menstrual cycles or who are pregnant, please avoid this. You don't have to practice it. Other than people who have heart problems, please try to avoid. Okay, so we'll start. You can either close your eyes or keep your eyes open. It depends on you. Inhale, exhale. So there should be forceful inhalation and passive exhalation. So you can feel there is a movement in your abdomen region. So as soon as you start practicing, so you can start seeing the different type of movements in your stomach area, in your abdominal region basically. So we'll be practicing this for some time. So you can practice this depending on your convenient time. As I mentioned earlier, it's better if you practice it empty stomach. So the best time, you should be actually at least every day practicing it between 2 to 5 minutes. I'm sure I hope you are practicing with me, along with me, you're following what I'm saying. Okay. Now slowly, you can slow down this practice. Slowly, slow down. So you can observe the retention of breath for a few seconds. So it means that you neither feel to exhale nor you want to inhale. There is a moment in this particular period for a few seconds where actually you retain breath. So in yoga, it's called kumbhaka. Kumbhaka means retention of breath. Right? I'm sure you'll be feeling much more calmer and you'll be feeling more peaceful. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So anyone who are regularly going to office and they feel a lot of stress at their day-to-day job. So if you anytime feel that you are facing a lot of stress and you just want some breathing techniques to calm down your mind, you can immediately start doing Kapalbhati. So one more thing which I want to mention is that this is called as Kapalbhati, and a lot of people have a confusion that it's also called as Kapalbhati. So I want to clear that it's not Kapalbhati, it is Kapalbhati. So yes, I hope that this is a crucial information which I am providing to. Don't get confused between Kapalbhati and Kapalbhati. Yes. Now we'll be moving ahead. So now we'll be practicing sectional breathing. It's also called as Vibhavya Swasana or Vibhavya Pranayama. Right? It helps to activate all the 3 lobes of your lungs and it helps to expand your lung. It helps to improve your respiration system. It helps to overcome your asthma or any other respiratory problem. Right? And also at the same time it calms your mind down. So we'll be starting with it. So initially we'll be adopting Chin Mudra as I mentioned that we followed in the Kapalbhati. Right? So we'll be slowly inhaling deeply and make sure that whatever the oxygen that you are taking in, it should reach to your abdomen region. Most of the time, we only do the inhalation or the breathing technique, and we only by mistake, or we don't focus on much. So basically, our oxygen level reaches only to the thoracic region, or sometimes only to the throat region, and it doesn't reach properly to the abdomen region. So in this practice, with awareness, we'll be making sure that the oxygen that we are inhaling, it reaches to the abdomen region. So inhale, and as you inhale, you'll be seeing that your abdomen will bulge out. Yes. And exhale, and again your stomach goes in. So inhale, again you can feel that your stomach bulges out. Inhale and exhale. You can practice this for some time, like 2 minutes. That is the ideal time. Practicing, so every breathing technique that you are practicing, make sure that it's minimum 2 minutes, and it can expand more than that, depending on your convenience or how comfortable you are with it. So now slowly you can slow down the practice. So now we'll be moving to the other lobe of the lung. So now we'll be doing the inhale or the exhalation or the breathing pattern from our thoracic region. So we'll be adopting Chinmaya Mudra. So this is the Chin Mudra. For Chinmaya Mudra, we'll be holding in our fingers. So this will look something like that. So your thumb and your index finger are joined together, and your 3 fingers are inward towards your palm. Right. Again, you can close your eyes so that you're completely aware of what you're doing, and you're completely aware of your environment and your breath as well. Right. So inhale. You can see that the air which is reaching is still your thoracic region, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can feel the movement in your in somewhere around your chest and thoracic region. Exhale. I'm sure you'll be feeling much more calmer than you were before, and you'll be feeling much more silence. Your mind will be more happier, because happiness lies in silence. That is what we believe in. So yeah. Slowly you can slow down the practice. So now we'll be moving towards the next process, that is the next practice of which is under sectional breathing. So now what the breathing techniques that we'll be doing, it will be from our throat region. So we started from abdomen, then we move to thoracic, and then we'll be moving to throat. So now you have to adopt Adi Mudra. So you have to take your thumbs in and fold all your 4 fingers. So this is Adi Mudra. So if you're thinking that why are we following these mudras, mudras are very important, and with the help of mudras, we are actually making those particular parts of our body enriched with oxygen. Okay? So as you inhale, you can close your eyes. As you inhale, you can feel that the oxygen or the air which is going is still throat region, and you can feel the slight movement towards the shoulder. Inhale, exhale. 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 Now slowly you can slow down the practice. Yes. So now we have done sectional breathing. Now we'll be moving to the last step of sectional breathing, that is full yogic breath. In this in this practice or in this technique, we'll be activating all the lobes of our lung, that is throat, thoracic and abdominal. So we'll be adopting Brahma Mudra. So this is Adi Mudra, and if you place it towards our navel region, right, it's called as Brahma Mudra. So as you inhale, you can feel that the oxygen is reaching to your abdomen, and again your stomach bulges up. But again, you will be making sure that the oxygen is touching down your throat region, thoracic region, and then reaching your abdominal region. And as you exhale down, exhale out. Again, your stomach goes in. So inhale once again, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now slowly you can slow down the practice and stop this practice. You can adopt Shan Mudra, yes. So I'm sure that if you're practicing along with me, you'll be feeling much more calmer and you'll be feeling more balanced, right? So that is what the whole purpose of breathing technique, to be aware of whatever the kind of air that we are taking in and how the process, and understand the process, right? So yes. So some of the advantages I've already mentioned of sectional breathing, and yeah, so keep practicing this breathing. Now we'll be moving to Brahmari. So again, Brahmari is very good breathing technique. It helps to rejuvenate our mind. It helps in giving it, along with in Brahmari, we chant Nakara chanting, which helps in energizing our body. And the vibrations of Nakara chanting actually benefit all our cells which are present in our body. Right? So we'll be practicing the Brahmari. So in Brahmari, we'll be adopting Shanmukhi Mudra. So we'll be using Shanmukhi Mudra. So for Shanmukhi Mudra, you have to place your thumb on your ear and your fingers on your face, slight and gentle. Right? Make sure that you are not pressing too much your ears, otherwise it will cause some kind of pain. So you don't have to press very hard, but you have to do it gently. And you have to roll your tongue up and place it on your upper palate. So roll your tongue, place it on your upper palate. Right. And while we inhale and when we exhale, we have to chant Na. We have to say Na, that is Na Nakara chanting. And if you practice along with me, you can see the vibrations of the Nakara chanting. It gives the immediate soothing effect throughout our body and mind. So let's start. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll do 2 more rounds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, you can release the mudra. Yes. So in this, because of Nakara chanting, we can feel the vibrations throughout our face and mind. Our head will be completely relaxed. You can see the immediate effect, right? So we'll do some deep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. exhale, inhale, exhale. So people who have again hypertension, who have epilepsy, please avoid doing Bhramari because it can elevate your pain. It can also people with migraine, please avoid doing Bhramari. It can cause a lot of problems. So if you want to do, please do it under the guidance of trained yoga teacher, and don't practice it by seeing the videos or by taking any other reference. Right? Right. So we'll do some deep breathing and then we'll move to the next breathing technique. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now the next breathing technique that we'll be moving on is called as cooling pranayama. So it is called as cooling pranayama because it gives the cooling effect or that jet spray or jet spray kind of cooling effect in our mouth and our mind and our body as well. So in ancient times, a lot of people, a lot of sadhus who used to meditate and they used to live or stay without the food and water for a longer time. So then they used to practice this cooling pranayama just to avoid the thirstiness which they used to get, so that they don't have to consume more and more water and they can focus on their meditation. Right? So we'll be using the same for our next practice. So first we'll start with Shikli. So in Shikli, you have to roll your tongue from the sides. So you have to stretch out your tongue completely. Then you have to roll it from sides. So you can feel a funnel kind of thing in front of your tongue. So you have to inhale from the funnel kind of thing which is formed in front of your tongue and exhale from your nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. A lot of people feel shy in terms of taking their tongue out, but there is no problem in taking your tongue out because as much as you can take your tongue out and form the funnel, it will help you much more benefits, or it will give you much more benefits in terms of providing with soothing or relaxation. Right? So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do one or two more times, and then we'll slowly slow down this practice. Inhale. Make sure that you're inhaling through the funnel kind of thing in front from your tongue, and you're exhaling from both the nostrils. So inhale and exhale. Yeah. Slowly you can slow down this practice. You can feel the cooling effect in your mouth and as well as in your head region, right? Your face will be completely cool and it will be it's actually very beneficial. I would advise you to at least practice this once or twice in a week. Right? So the next practice that will be moving on, it's called as Shikari. So in that you have to roll your tongue, right, from the sides. Yes. So you'll be rolling your tongue from the front, and you can see that two funnels have been created from both the ends. So I'll just show it to you. If you roll your tongue, if you take your tongue out and roll it, there will be two funnels from both the sides, from right and left. So in this, you have to inhale from both the funnels from of your tongue, right and left, and then you have to exhale from both the nostrils. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll practice it 2 more times and then we'll slow down this practice and close. Inhale. slow down this practice. Again, at the same time, you'll be feeling very calm, relaxed. You'll be feeling more lighter. Yes. You'll be feeling that you are out of stress. You are out of all the anxieties, all the troubles that you had. Because that is what the major objective of all the breathing technique is. Right? So feel this calmness in your mind and body for some time. And then we'll move to the next technique. Meanwhile, you can do some deep breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Right. So the next technique that we'll be moving in it's called as Sadanta. Again, it's part of pulling pranayama. So in that we have to join our lower and upper teeth, and then you have to inhale through your teeth and exhale through your both the nostrils. So inhale, exhale. People inhale, exhale. You can continue practicing it. So people who have sensitivity may feel somewhat little problematic in their teeth, but I don't think that should be a problem or concern. If you are feeling too much sensitivity in your teeth, I would advise you to avoid this practice, and if you still want to practice it, please, again I am repeating this, please practice it under a professional certified yoga teacher. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll practice it for 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can be in this zone, the calmness that you have formed for practicing for a while. Be in this and visualize yourself surrounded with all the serenity and calmness. Right? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So I think these are the major breathing techniques that I've talked about, but still there are a lot of breathing techniques that comes in yoga pranayama. And as you are tuned and you will be following with me for this week's yoga series, we'll be talking more and more about different type of techniques and other methods which help us in relieving our stress and different type of physical and mental issues from our body. But yeah, as I mentioned that these techniques helps in resolving various problems. It helps in improving our respiratory problems. It helps in calming our mind down, and it majorly in the COVID time it helps in boosting our immunity. So you can practice this every day, either in morning or evening. Morning you can just take 15 minutes from your routine and try to practice this every day. And then only if you practice it regularly, only then you will be able to see some major benefits in your mental and physical fitness. Otherwise, if you will practice once in a week and then you are expecting a result, then I'm so sorry that it is not going to give you a result. You have to be sincere to the things that you are doing. You have to practice it daily, and you have to then expect results, and then eventually that will actually show you the results. Right? So, if you have any doubt, you can connect to the Pure Prayer. You can reach out to me anytime. Would be happy to help you. And I'm so excited to have you in this series along with me. And I'm super thrilled. Hope these practices which I mentioned you from Kapalbhati to sectional breathing to Bhramari to pulling pranayama will help you. Even if you practice it 5 minutes a day, you can see your life-changing benefits. Right? You will be no more stressed about anything. You will be much more calmer. You will not get angry very frequently or soon. Right? So there are a lot of other benefits which actually you don't realize. You only realize when you are aware of it that okay, these are the things which I am practicing and these are the things which I am changing and I am aware about it. So I would request you to practice. Please practice, and it's more than ever important in this COVID time to boost our immunity system and keep ourselves healthy. Meanwhile, we'll stay connected for a week and maybe longer than that. And thank you so much. Thank you for taking some time out and being with me. Thank you. Namaste. Take care and stay safe.